I am the marketing book coach, Latanya Boyer, where I help you rock your book on a global scale that will grow your business and build relationships in the process. I'm super excited. As always, we're having a fabulous day on today, so I wanted to come on and share some great tools and tips, as you can see in the description, on how to have a successful book signing. Tamika Hall is in the house from Tamika Inc., graphic designer and a book coach who is fantabulous. So if you need a book coach, thank you so much for the hearts. Boom, 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 boom. Or you're in need of someone to design your book cover and a book coach, that would be Tamika Hall of Tamika Inc. And so I'm super excited you guys are here. I'm going to give you some few more minutes. Go ahead and share out with your community who you think will benefit from this here broadcast on today. As I'm going to be sharing some great tools. Thank you, Tamika, sharing out with her community, so I greatly appreciate it. She has been our ambassador right here for hashtag Rock Your Book. So I hope you had a great day. I'm super excited for tonight because Tamika will be hosting, and I post on my wall. So if you're connected with me right there on Facebook, you'll be able to see it on how to learn how to write your Christian bestseller in 15 minutes a day. Hello, somebody. So you can go ahead and register. Go to TamikaInc.com and register. It is free, a free training. You can't beat that. It starts tonight, right? At 7 o'clock. So you need to go ahead and go to TamikaInc.com so you can register. How to write your Christian bestseller in 15 minutes a day. Hello, somebody. So go to TamikaInc.com, and that's who we're being sponsored by on today's broadcast. Thank you so much for typing that into the scope. I'm going to give people a few more minutes to come on in the room while I share these great tools and nuggets for you. We had a great time yesterday on sharing some of the benefits of doing a Facebook Live. We shared some great tools on being some action steps you need in order to do your Facebook Live. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. In order to do that, so if you scroll down further down on my page, you'll be able to see that broadcast as well. I love interaction. I love to be engaged. Leave me some feedback. Tell me what was your number one takeaway from any of my broadcasts. I need to know what is your number one takeaway from any of the broadcasts that I do. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and share it out with my community while we give a few minutes for people to come on in the room. I see there are other people here in the room. Go ahead and type in your name so I can properly greet you into the broadcast. So I thank you so much for being here. Let me go ahead and share it out while I'm here. Type in the room if you've done a book signing already. Have you done a book signing already? Type in the room. One. Type in one. That will let me know if you've done one already. Type in one. Share. Let me go ahead and share it out. If you've done a book signing already. Or if you're looking to do a book signing, type in two. If you're looking to do a book signing, type in two. I see Tamika has done a book signing. Type in two if you haven't done a book signing. While I'm going and sharing this out with my community. Okay, I want to make sure I get everybody here. Okay, so Tamika has, I know there's a little delay in response, and I see we have other people here, so I want to give you an opportune moment to go ahead and type in one if you've done a book signing already, two if you haven't done one as of yet. All right, I put them here. Okay. So I've shared it out. So thank you so much for sharing out with your community. Okay, and what an awesome way to really meet and greet those who are following, a way to really acknowledge those who have supported you in your journey as a literary artist. And so what a great way to do that. Let's go ahead and do that. It's through a book signing. You get to see the people face to face, and they get to see you, right? Up close and personal. And so that's a great way to interact with your readers, your supporters. This is a great way to do that, right? So the first thing you really need to do is search out a venue And we're going to talk about a menu too. But you need to search out a venue out there, a venue big enough to hold how many people you anticipate to be there. There's different ways to do that. You can send out invitations, or you can just make it a broad announcement that you're going to be hosting a book signing. A couple of my authors will be doing a book signing very shortly. Robin Simp, she's going to be doing a book signing come July 9th, I believe, and I've shared that on my wall. And so she's going to be doing a book signing, which is awesome sauce. And so I'm super excited about that. Anika Stewart has done a book signing, very successful in doing that. And some people ask me, how soon after my book is released should I do a book signing? You know what? There's really no suggested amount. I mean, you're not going to do one a year later. No. But I would say maybe, a month or 2 months after the release of your book. Okay, you can set up a search out for a nice venue that'll be able to hold the amount of people that you anticipate on coming there, right? So you write that down. And when you're doing this, you're planning it out. It's like making a marketing plan. So you want to plan it out for your book signing. So you want to do a checklist in your process of putting this together before the actual date of it, right? You're going to do a promotion out there. Everything is marketing. You want to promote it, let people know that they'll be able to meet you live and in living color, right? So again, this is one great way to tell the world about your book. It's a great way to meet them in person at your book signing event. Listen, I tell my clients, and I'm going to give you things that you're going to need. I tell my clients, we're here at #RockYourBook. We're outside the box thinking, right? We think outside the box. So we want to be engaging. Anytime we interact with our listening audience, I talked about that in previous scopes. It's another way, a touch point to interact, for people to interact with your brand. So we're outside the box thinkers here at #RockYourBook. So you just don't want to just sign the book. We're just going to sign at the table and sign. No, I like to be interactive, be engaging. If you want to read a passage from the book, a chapter from the book, go ahead and do that. One of my other authors, it was phenomenal, what she did, Dr. Alice Millsap. She took the first chapter of her book and made it into a production, like a play. And so they acted out the first chapter of her book, which was phenomenal. And so the people love that. They love that. So she put on a production of that. You can have someone come in and invite someone if they sing, to sing at your event. And so this will be good. Again, this is interaction where you're just not sitting behind the table and you're just signing. You want to be engaged and interactive and make it fun for those who are participating, right? So here are some of the things that you would need as far as promotional items. And again, you want people eat with their eyes, so you want to make sure that it's eye-catching, right? It's eye-catching. So here are some of the promotional items I'm going to give you so you can write them down. You're going to need poster, right? You're going to need like a billboard in the back, a standee of you, your book, and all of your social media links. Those are your touch points. You're going to need that. A great person who does that is Tamika Inc. of Tamika Hall, a graphic designer. So you need to reach out to her. She can help you with that, right? You're going to need postcards, or you're going to need bookmarks. Postcards or bookmarks you would need, and that's a great marketing tool. Someone can pass on the postcard and say, hey, listen, I got this book. It's awesome sauce. You need to get it, and here is her postcard. Here is the bookmark, and they'll have all of your touch points, all of your social media information, how they can purchase the book, how they can get in contact with you, how can they follow you and connect with you on social media. So that's type of information you would need on your promotional items, right? Promotional pens are a great way. Again, we're talking promotional. People will take away these items and begin to share it out. So promotional pens are a great thing to do. These attention-grabbing solutions will create awareness for your book and increase book sales no matter where you host your event, right? As an author, there is nothing like meeting your people face. Is nothing like that, where people get to meet and greet and thank them. They get to ask you questions. You can do a Q&A session while you're there doing your book signing. A Q&A which would be awesome sauce to do. I love doing that and interacting and asking them, what made you put pen to paper? How did you develop this character? Why was this character so X, Y, and Z? If you take a subject from the book and you expound on that, if it's unforgiveness and just expound on that. I'm not saying spend a whole lot of time on it. I say 15 minutes of expounding on that. You want to share your who. You got to be comfortable in sharing what you're bringing forth. I can't say that enough. You just want to be comfortable in it. I want you to have fun in the process, but know your product. Hello, somebody. Know your product. Know the product that you're talking about. If you have to refresh your memory on reading your book, go ahead and do that. I'm going to show you my book. But this is Faith Learns the Power of Prayer. It's my children's book. It's about a young girl and the relationship she has with her grandmother in laying the foundation of faith. God tells us one waters, one plants, but he sends the increase, and we train up a child in the way they should go, that when they are old, they shall not depart too far from it. So she has this great relationship between Faith and her grandmother instilling some seeds into her that at some point she really had to draw from that well of wisdom, draw from that well of knowledge, draw from that well of faith. And all the while, she's building a relationship with God. So it's a relationship building through the pages of this book. And so you got to get it. I'm not going to tell you anything else. Go to Amazon.com and you can search for this book, Faith Learns the Power of Prayer. Don't forget to check me out on my website of latboyd.com. So basically, I gave you an overall read of the synopsis of what it says in the back. So I kind of paraphrase. It's not verbatim, but it's paraphrasing of the basis of what you'll find in the book. And that's the same thing you want to be able to do at your book signing when you're speaking, right? The other thing is, you plan to do a photo op if you have, just slate it out. Listen, I'm going to be doing a photo op where they'll be able to take a picture with you and the book. Those are great promotional tools to use on social media. You can have them tweet it out. You can have them share it on their wall and tag you in it. Hello, somebody. This is great promotion, right? You can take if you have a photographer, try to hire a photographer if it's within your budget. Hire a photographer to take these pictures and you can have them on your website, right? And you too can share them on your wall as well. You can put them on Instagram, right? That's a great platform to share your promotion, to give your brand exposure and build your business and relationships. Instagram, I'm on Instagram now. Thank you so much, Tamika Hall, at latboyd, the number one, latboyd, the number one. I would love to connect with you right there on Instagram, right? So you have a photographer. That's one of the things that you can use. If you have that standee I told you about, as a promotional, and these things are investments. What I'm talking about is an investment back into the company. It's an investment, right? So if you get that banner and you have a standee and you're able to do that photo op in front of it, the person can hold the book and you take that photo, and again, you get to share that, right? They love that. People love that. The objective is people want to feel an emotional connection to you. And how to do that, through your writing. They feel an emotional connection through your writing. So you want to do that. We talked about brochures, bookmarks, have a notepad on hand. Here's a little thing, right? I know I did my first book signing. Everybody spells their name different. My name, Latanya, is spelled different. So don't assume. You know what they say about assumptions, right? So let's not assume. Ask the person, can they write their name down or can they spell their name? That way, when you do your autograph and when you do the autograph, Pastor Deborah Sanford Smith is in the house, best-selling author. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you here joining us. I'm just sharing some great tools and tips on what you would need for a successful book signing. This is Pastor Deborah's book right here, All Things Well, available right there on Amazon. It's an international best-selling book, so I'm super excited that you are here. So again, people want to feel an emotional connection to you when you're doing your face-to-face and your meet and greet, right? So have that notepad so you don't want to misspell anyone's name. Ask them. And don't be bashful or embarrassed that I have to ask you how to spell Latanya. There's so many ways to spell Tanya that you just don't want. You'd be more embarrassed if you misspell it. There's so many ways to spell Karen. So ask them, how do you spell your name? And what you do is you sign on the title page. Hey, Charvette Mitchell in the house. You sign on the title page, right? I'm going to talk about what type of pen you need to do that. But you sign on the title page. Practice your handwriting. I do a lot of typing, I do a lot of things on the computer. But practice your handwriting so people be able to understand what you put hey girl, hey, what you write. Okay, so you kind of practice and if you have something you want to say and you want to stick to that, you can do that. If you are signing an anthology, sign on the first page of your story. Sign on the first page of your story, okay? And practice. You write down what you want to write, best wishes, thank you so much, practice of what you want to say, and that way it could kind of be consistent. If you know the person, you really want to make it personal, then you can do that, make it personal, because sometimes what happens, we'll run out of words to say because it's so much. I know it can be overwhelming, and so you want to practice your handwriting beforehand because I expect you to be signing many books. I expect you to be signing many books, right? Thank you so much. Go ahead and share it out with your community. Invite people who you think will benefit from this here broadcast of #RockYourBook. I'm calling in all authors, and we're talking about, thank you so much for the thumbs up. We're talking about your book signing, tools you'll need to have a successful book signing, right? So we talk about the promotional items. We talked about having a notepad, being sure on how to spell someone's name before you go ahead and autograph that book. Here's a sidebar, right? Listen, you're the artist, and if you can, I would like to advise you to have someone who will be able to greet the people as they come in, right? That's important. You meet the people as they come in because you as an artist, you want to be able to clear your mind and kind of be relaxed and enjoy it in the process, right? So you don't want to be running here and you're running there. You know how you have a barbecue and you're the host and you find yourself, okay, I'm just speaking about me. I'm just talking about me. Well, you're hosting the barbecue and you at the grill flipping the burgers. You in the house, you're pouring the drinks and you got a napkin and you're so all over the place that you don't have fun. You don't enjoy yourself. At the end of the day, once the barbecue's over, you're like, oh, I'm too tired to eat. Well, I need you to have some people to help you. The meet and greet. Have someone greet the people at the door. You're going to have to delegate. Have someone at the table, at the book sale table. I'm going to talk about what tools you'll need to do that. And have change. We're going to talk about that. But delegate some of that responsibility so you won't feel too pressured or too pooped if you want to do a Q&A and you're just like, ooh, I'm just whipped, honey. Yes. And you at the photo op, you like, you don't want that, right? So we have to delegate. We're going to have to delegate and recruit some people, some volunteers to help you out in the process. Okay, that's all. I just want you to be relaxed and just enjoy the moment. All right. So that was the sidebar. So back to this. So what you're going to need also in the sales of your book, make sure you order enough. Make sure you order enough. If you know a head count, order over that head count. Okay, you can always sell the excess later, but order the amount that you're going to need in excess. Okay, do that and do it ahead of time where you're not stressed out when it's a day before the actual book signing and your books aren't there. If you can do it ahead of time. 3 to 4 weeks out, do that. Please do that so you're not stressed out. My books aren't here. What am I going to do? So do it 3 weeks out so you know they're in your home, in your hand, and they're ready to go, right? The other thing is you're going to need a nice tablecloth. I like fabric. I don't like plastic. That's just me. To me, the cloth has a different type of a touch to it. That's just me. You don't have to do that. That's just me. And so you can have that laid out where your books will be stacked on it. Some people like flowers, a little vase, nothing overpowering, a little vase with some nice Gerber daisy. That's just me, whatever your flower of choice is. Calla lilies, whatever your flower of choice is. Tulips, just a little vase, have it on the table. I like fabric. Yes, fabric. And you can get it. And if you go to the fabric store, you can get a fabric tablecloth, right? And so you have the little vase with that. Some people put crystals on the table. You can put crystals on the table. Make it decorative. Make it pop. Make it warm and inviting that people be like, oh, okay, this is in style. You want to be in style. Listen, we're all humble, right? I'm humble, yes. But people eat with their eyes. So they're taking you as a celebrity at this point. Once you write your book, you're in a celebrity status. Hello, somebody. I know you're humble and you're grateful, but you're in celebrity status. And so you want to represent yourself in decency and in order and with some style and some class. So when they talk about you, when they tweet it out, this is real talk right now. When they tweet it out, they're not saying, girl, there was a hole in that tablecloth. Did you see how? Because you know how people do. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to keep it real. This is how I talk to my clients. I'm just trying to keep it real. So you want them to walk away and say, oh, I've never been to a book signing like that. That was awesome. Did you see that table? Oh, it was laid out. That's what you want them to walk away with, because people will talk. And so when they tweet it out, because when you're there, ask people, go ahead and tweet it out. Take a picture, tweet it out, post it on Facebook, tag me. You want them to do that, right? That's free what? Publicity. That's free what? Publicity. So you want them to do that. You want to encourage them to go ahead and do that, right? So you want to represent yourself in a good light. I tell you, people eat with their eyes because you're the brand. You're the brand image. And so do not take it lightly, okay? You want everything in decency and in order. Okay, so we've touched upon an added touch. Have individual wrapped candy mints. You can have that on the table. A nice bouquet of flowers we talked about. Some people have. You know what? And have some mints for yourself. Hello. This real talk. This real talk. Can I just be real with you guys? Can I just be real? This real talk. Have some mints in your bag for yourself too. Okay. Not gum. Do mint. Not gum. Do mint. You know why? Because sometimes what happens when we're talking, this has happened. You've seen this. It happened to me on the broadcast, and I know better, and I did it anyway, right? When you're talking, sometimes yeah, and I don't want that on the video. I don't want that on the video. People on their phones, and yeah. Pastor Deborah said, bring it. So you don't want that on the video, okay? This is real talk. This is real talk, people. Real talk. This is your brand and your brand image, okay? You don't see Oprah on the platform when she was interviewing the First Lady, Michelle Obama. You didn't see her up there. Yeah, so Michelle, yeah. Your husband, he got swag. Yeah, girl. No, you didn't see that. She was professional about it, right? So we too want to be professional about it. So you can have a little mint, put a little mint in your mouth. Keep the breath fresh. We don't want to offend anyone. So we want to keep the breath fresh, okay? All right. So I digress. So we're going to go back to signature, your signature phrase. A signature phrase, varying length, that you can use or rotate when you're signing, when you're personalizing your book. You can rotate. So that's why I told you to practice what you want to say. So you can kind of rotate, but you'll have it in your mind. Your message can also be memorable, and it should fit within the space allotted. So some of us write big. Some of us write big. And so my name is long. And sometimes, I write so big that I don't have room for my name to fit. So I just do LTBOID, but they suggest you write the whole name, and there's a lot of letters in my first name. And so you don't want to write too big. So you want to make sure it fits. So if you've ordered sample copies of your book, if you've ordered, and I hope you did, if you ordered a sample copy of your book or a proof copy of your book, kind of practice within that. So that way you can kind of gauge. If your name is long, you kind of gauge. That's what I did. And so I could see, Oh, that'll fit. That phrase will fit, right? So your message can also be memorable and it should fit within the space allotted. When I'm not pressed for time, I sign my books. I pray that you will be empowered to jumpstart your day. Hello, somebody. And that was from my first book, and I shared that with you. I pray that you will be empowered to jumpstart your day. That was in this is my first book, when I did my first book signing, right? And so that's what I signed there. Or you can sign, I'm just giving you some hints of what you can say. Wishing you abundant joy and success. Wishing you abundant joy and success. So if a line of people are waiting, I simply write best wishes. So if there's a whole line like, ooh, we don't have a lot of time, you could put best wishes in the person's name. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if that was helpful for you. Type in 1. Let me know if that was helpful for you. Being mindful of the time. So, okay. Just let me know if that was helpful for you. Okay, so we're going to practice our signature. We're going to practice different phrases that we can use. We're going to use a good pen. Okay, so here's the deal with the pen. You want a pen which won't smear. You want a pen that's not going to smear on the pages, right? So when they close and they open it, oh, her signature is smudged. Okay, no. So we want a permanent pen with, and please forgive me, I'm going to try to pronounce this, but I'm going to spell it. Archival. So Archval ink. I think I did that. So it's Archival ink. Some pens have a little bit of acid in the ink, which causes things to degrade, which causes things to smudge. To avoid that, when buying your pen, look for ones that have the acid-free or Archival, safe. If you choose to autograph the cover or inside cover, a good Sharpie will probably be your best choice. I sign good. I sign God is good, and he does all. That's perfect. That's perfect. Could I write that much in advance and then sign in person? What do you mean? You're going to have the advance copy and write that, and then once you're there, you just sign your name? Let me know if that's what you meant. Let me know if that's what you meant, Pastor Deborah. Okay? So those are the type of pens you can look for when you want to do your book signing. Again, you want to be engaging. I talked about you want to be different. We think outside the box here of hashtag rock your book. I told you Pastor and Dr. Alice Millsap did a whole production of the first chapter of her book, which was awesome sauce. Don't just sit at the table and just be signing. Reach out, touch someone, walk around, be engaging, be friendly, be personable. Again, people want to feel an emotional connection to you. Do an author read. We talked about you can do an author read. Okay, Pastor Deborah says yes. Yes, you can. You can. But here's the thing: if they're gonna stay around, sometimes people just buy the book and they don't get their autograph, so they don't stay around. They just like, oh, they open it up, say, oh, she signed it, I'm leaving. So if you just want to make an announcement, maybe you sign the name. If they come up to the table, if they want you to sign your name and make it personable, you can do that. You can make an announcement and say you will do that. Otherwise, you can do an advance signature. Or if you're just not going to sign the name, you're just going to sign it, put your name on it, and then they just purchase it, you can do that too. That'll be fine. That would be fine. But they want you to say, to Latanya, yes, to Latanya, I want it personal. Yes. So, okay. So I hope that answered your question, Pastor Deborah. Did that answer your question? All right, so we talked about doing an author read, thinking outside the box. I found this to be intriguing to fans and potential readers. Listen, I wrote a blog on this on my blog page, faithorbeliever.wordpress.com. So you check it out there. I'm going to post a link so you can read and kind of recap of what I'm saying today, and you can listen to the rebroadcast, okay? Have a stock on hand. Another great idea is to request at least, okay, so this is if you're at a bookstore. Ask them to request an extra set of book, an extra stock of books to do that. And that's what that is. You know what? Thank you goes a long way. At the end of the night, at the end of the day, make an announcement. Of course, I know you're going to do that because we all have our upbringing of thank yous and our manners of thank you. So you want to make an announcement of thanking all those who have participated and all those who were there. Okay, so I want to get to the money table, okay? Let's talk about the money table. Some of the things you're going to need there. I would say you need change. So let's say the book is $10. I'm hypothetically. The book is $10. I recommend that you get some singles. I recommend you get some fives, some tens. To break it, someone can have a 20, someone can have a 50. So you want to make sure if they're paying cash that you have change to give back. So make sure you get change, okay? Get change. The other great thing is to have a square. A square is you attach it to your phone and they'll be able to use their major credit cards. They can use a credit card to do that. It's called a square, and you can do that. PayPal has the same thing. You can order that. Order it in advance. Hello, somebody. Order it in advance so when everything comes to where you're having it delivered, you do a checklist and you make sure that you have everything on the list. And by way of a recap, we're going to be delegating some people to be in charge of the table, people be in charge at the door to meet and greet, people in charge of what the photographer will be when you're taking the pictures. And that way you can be a little more relaxed and not stressed out. I'm telling you, it's like, at the barbecue, I told you, by the time I finish flipping the burgers, pouring the drinks, getting in that, I'm like, whew, I'm not hungry. I don't eat because I'm so busy, making sure that everybody else is together. So I want you to be relaxed as the artist. Be relaxed. I want you to have fun in the process, right? You want to have fun. Everything is an opportunity. We talked about this yesterday. An opportunity for people to engage with your brand. I know I was talking about that virtually, but now they're going to be up close and personal to be engaging with the brand because you're the brand. You're the brand image. Listen, make sure maybe I don't know if I need to, but I will. I'm going to talk about you and your appearance. If you want to look, if you did the picture in your headshot, you want to look good. If you want to dress in the colors, if you have a color theme. Hey, Auntie Kay is in the house. Thank you so much for joining. Anika Stewart is in the house. Thank you so much, Anika, for joining me for hashtag Rock Your Book. I'm just giving some tools and tips for you to make your book signing successful. And I talked about you earlier, Anika, how you had a fabulous book signing as well. And so if you have a color theme, and so you want to match the colors, if you want to match the colors of your book, that's fine. You have that same color on to match. That'll work. That will work. So the tablecloth and everything else is matching. That'll work. So you have some uniformity there and you have some consistency there. That's awesome sauce. Now, some of you saying, what do I serve? Listen, we're not serving steak and potatoes and collard greens and all that good stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's up to you if that's in your budget. Where they're going to have a sit down and they're just going to have a feast, that's up to you. I recommend whatever your budget says, you go ahead and do that. So if you want finger food, little sandwiches, crudité, if you want to have that, finger food, that's fine. Have that. Some light refreshments. That is good when you're doing that. I tell my client, say, what time of the day should I have it? Have it in the afternoon. If you want to have it at 12 noon, you can have it at 12 noon. Again, so that's fitting of the light refreshments. If you want to serve tea and crumpets, that too is good. Greens sound good right about it. I know strawberry does, right? Some greens, honey. Yes. So people going to think they're going to have a feast when they get to your book sign. Let me know when you're going to have it so I could be there, so I get me some greens. Oh my goodness. But you know what? When you tell people, can I just keep it real? Can I just be real with you? Can I be real? Y'all gonna allow me to be real? This real talk. Real talk. Finger food, veggie tray, exactly. Cheese tray, fruit tray, cupcakes, little sandwiches, exactly. That's what you need to serve. We're not feeding the multitudes. I just want to keep it real. Well, I just want to keep it real. I just want to be real. We're just going to be real. Just real talk right now on hashtag Rock Your Book with your marketing book coach, Tanya Boyd. Okay? And this is how I talk to my clients. So we're going to be real talk. So I want to be real talk to you too. So we're not feeding the multitudes. Sometimes the first thing people say is, are you having food? Girl, you know how family. Girl, what you serving? Yeah, I'm going to be up in there. What you serving? Mac and cheese and some collard greens? and some chitlins. Yeah, you know I'm gonna be up in there. We talking business. I'm gonna keep this real. Yeah, some fried chicken, right? And some greens. Yeah, we're gonna have some fried chicken and some greens. I'm gonna keep this real. I'm praying right now. I'm just praying. All right. So we're selling books. This is a business. You run a business. We run a business. It's about business. Please don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. You better not serve stinky chitlins. I'm gonna give you some chitlins, some chitterlings, and some cornbread, and some collard greens, some collard greens, right? I'm gonna be Tyler Perry in a minute. Medea. Yes, honey, that's what we're gonna serve at the book signing. Yes, we're gonna serve that. The book signing is about celebrating you, not feeding the family. Hey now, it's about business. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's about business. It's about celebrating you as the author, celebrating your milestones, celebrate your major accomplishment. That's what it's all about. And I know sometimes we lose focus, but I want you guys to stay focused, okay? All right. So sometimes you even need an event planner. Some people, hire event planners and everything up front, so you can so you can, just like a wedding planner, so you can just be relaxed. They can be in charge of the food, in charge of the venue, in charge of how everything is going to run, how you're going to decorate your venue. If that's the case, you can do that. You want to have a budget in doing that. So I I coach my clients on how to prepare for that, what things you can use to put money back into the company to kind of get to that point where you want to get to. Hello, somebody. If you need a marketing coach, you need to reach out to me at latboyd.com. latboyd.com, so I can help you in the process, right? So after everything is said and done, you need to do a tally on what your return on investment was. What is your return on investment was? Okay, so I've given you some great, hey, author Demetra, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for that excellent and wonderful testimony. I'm super excited that we're going to be working together and I could be serving you to hashtag rock your book. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you so much for joining. Go ahead and share it out with your community who you think will benefit on today's topic of discussion on how to have a successful book signing with some of the tools and techniques that I've shared on today. Guys, I want you to leave me. What was your number one takeaway from today's broadcast? I'm being mindful of your time because I have to run. I have another appointment, but I just wanted to drop this in your spirit, in your literary tool belts for your next book signing, or if this is your first book signing, I want to pray that you have a success in doing that. If you have any questions, put it down there in the comment box. If you need a coach, go ahead and look into my website of latboyd.com. I'm on Instagram at latboyd, the number 1, and I love to be social right there on Facebook. Up above, if this is your first time into the broadcast, go ahead and click on live notifications. So every time I do a broadcast, you too will be involved in part of the show. So listen, that's it from me. I want to see you rock your book next time on the Marketing Book Coach, Tanya Boyd, where I help you rock your book on a global scale that will grow your business. That's right. And build relationships in the process. Pastor Deborah says the pen and where to sign books. All awesome info. Thank you. That was number 1. The pen and where to sign books. All awesome information. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyone else? What was your number 1 takeaway from today's broadcast? What was your number 1 takeaway? If you're listening to the rebroadcast or streaming in a little later and you're listening to the replay of this, I still want to hear from you. What is your number 1 takeaway from today's broadcast if this has benefited you? Until next time, guys, I want to see you have a great day and rock your book on a global scale. Love you guys. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you.